Hello, this is George Hayes, and this is Introduction to C tutorial number 9. And we're going to be covering Get Care today, and it's going to be probably a very short video. So go ahead and create a Nerd Console application as usual, C program, and I'm going to call it C009. And hopefully we can get done with a few of these tutorials and get on to a little bigger and better things for people to get involved in. Start by deleting this printf statement here, and we're going to go ahead and create a character buffer 20, and we'll do the usual hello world. And sorry, semicolon goes at the end. Then we're going to do an unsigned integer, and we'll call it count, set it to equal to 0, and we're going to do a for loop here. I'll explain most of this in just a second. Count equals 0 in case you don't remember for loops, as long as count is less than 20, we're gonna continue through the loop, and then count plus plus because we're going to continue stepping through it, and add our entry and closing brackets to that, put char, and we're going to do buffer sub count, and we'll go ahead and start with that in the beginning and compile it and run, and you see it puts out hello world, but we should look at this in a little bit more detail on here. Alright, because there's a bit more to it. What this has done is actually running through the full length of the buffer, and we could actually use size of the buffer in here would be more appropriate, and then we could also sit there and add in a few additional things such as buffer sub count and go ahead and do an and, because we want it to continue through as long as both these conditions are met. This is not equal to, and there's the not equal to sign. Then we do /n, that's for the carriage return or new line. And this time if we run it, you might not see the difference, but we're going to go ahead and put a couple things in here so you will. We're going to go ahead and put a printf statement in, and let's see, what do I want? Percent I and $sign. I need to turn a light on in my room here in just a second. It's getting darker for some reason. I'm guessing the weather outside is on down, so there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this back out. We're going to run it as it is, and you can see it ran through the hello world and then a new line, then dropped down and give the number 11, then 12, 13. It had spaces in there, or /zeros actually. Now we'll add that back in here. Oops. Undo. I guess I have to manually type it in again. And as long as buffer subcount is not equal to the new line, then we'll go ahead and continue through it. And as you see, it stops at the /n when it goes to that. It doesn't continue past that point. Another potential option you could do is put and the buffer /count is not equal to the /0. Alright, now the reason I say that is because if you don't have a new line in the character buffer or the array, character array there, you want it to still end, and so we're going to go ahead and build again, and you can see that it'll end when it gets to the /0s that are still stored in the buffer that haven't been filled out. Alright, now, and in this case there's no /n up here as far as in the array anymore. Let's see, then we can also show you a little bit of what characters are available. The character buffer actually takes an integer, count set to 0 again, count is less than, I'm going to 255, because in this case the integer value it takes, it only really goes up to 255, but if you use more than that, it's just going to repeat the same thing over and over again. And there's no sense in doing that, and we'll do putchar, and I'll do count in here instead, and I'm going to copy this, let's see, put it in here, and we're going to rebuild, and we're going to run it this time. And if you probably heard a beep on there, that beep is actually from the bell sound from the ASCII character on here, 7, right, let's see, right there. Alright, this 7 here will actually make a bell sound. 8 creates let's see, not sure what 8 creates. I know 9 is a tab, so, and then of course all the rest of them are there as far as being displayed, but the bell sound is from 7. Alright, and that should conclude what we're going to be looking at as far as in it. There's basically a complete ASCII translation of the integer to ASCII over on this that it prints out, and that's pretty much all put character does as far as on this for us. It takes an integer and displays out ASCII character code symbol. Alright, thank you very much.